It's 8:30 on Tuesday morning. For most real estate agents, this is the hour of dread. It's the hour they sit down with a headset, a list of expired listings or cold leads, and they start the grind. They spend 3 hours getting rejected, hung up on, and ignored, all for the hope of finding one person who might, just might, want to talk about real estate. If you're watching this, you've probably been told that this is the only way to win, or one of the only ways. You've been told that real estate is a numbers game, and if you just hunt hard enough, you'll eventually find the prize. But what if I told you that in 2026, the hunt is exactly what's keeping you small? What if instead of chasing people who don't want to talk to you, you built a system that made your ideal clients and agents find you? We are moving past the era of manual prospecting. Today, I'm breaking down my entire attract, don't chase framework. This is the exact inbound strategy that I use to replace the exhaustion of cold calling with predictable streams of pre-qualified leads who come to me already knowing, liking, and trusting who I am. This isn't just a theory. I made the switch from exhausting manual outreach to organic attraction, and the results changed my life. I went from chasing strangers to closing $1 million buyer leads and booking 5 agent growth calls in a single week, all from people who found me through my content. Today, I'm giving you the keys to that engine. We're going to talk about why YouTube is the greatest employee, why LinkedIn is the secret weapon for professional growth, and how to build a content funnel that works while you're sleeping. Before we get into tactical steps, I want to be very clear. If you are tired of the hamster wheel of manual prospecting and want to build a business that actually attracts the life that you want, I am here to help. My information is in the description below. Feel free to book a call with me and I'll show you how to plug these exact attraction systems and the leverage of the Wolfpack community into your business right now. Let's stop the chase and let's start the attraction. My name is Meg Estes. I help real estate agents streamline their business with smart systems. I help them attract clients and agents organically and scale faster using modern marketing strategies and the power of EXP and the Wolfpack community leverage. Most agents are trapped in what they call the hunter trap. In this model, your income is directly tied to your physical output. If you stop hunting for a day, the food stops coming in. If you take a vacation, the business stops moving. You aren't a business owner, you're a high-paid manual laborer. The problem with hunting, with cold calling or door knocking, is that it has 0 shelf life. A cold call only lasts as long as the person is on the phone. Once they hang up, the effort is gone forever. You have to wake up tomorrow and do it all over again. Attraction marketing is very different. Attraction marketing is about building assets. Every video you post, every SEO optimized article you write, and every automated email you send is a digital clone of you that works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're going to move you from being a hunter to being a farmer who builds an ecosystem where the fruit grows even when you aren't in the field. So why is inbound so much more powerful than outbound these days? It comes down to one word: positioning. When you cold call someone, you are positioned as the intruder. You are interrupting their day to ask for something. You are starting the relationship at a deficit. But when someone finds your video on YouTube because they search for how to choose a brokerage or how to automate real estate content, you are positioned as the expert. You are the person who just solved their problem. In 2026, agents and clients are smarter than ever. They don't want to be sold, they want to be educated. They are doing their research long before they talk to a human being. If you aren't the person providing that education through your content, you simply do not exist to them anymore. The attract, don't chase pillar is about creating value first education. We aren't making look at me content. We are making this is how you help so-and-so content. When you provide clear, actionable value, you build an invisible bridge of trust. By the time they book a call with you, they've already decided that they want to work with you. This isn't you just selling anymore, it's onboarding. And this works for both clients and building your real estate team. A lot of agents spend their time on Instagram or TikTok. And don't get me wrong, those platforms have their place, but they are discovery platforms. Your content has a shelf life of about 24 to 48 hours before the algorithm buries it. YouTube is different because YouTube is the world's second largest search engine. It's an intent-based platform. People go to YouTube specifically looking for answers. This is where you apply our smart system pillar. We don't just post and pray, we use specific keywords. We look at what agents are actually searching for. We look at what clients are searching for. And they look for how to use a Lofty CRM or where are the best restaurants in Tucson. Are they looking for eXp Realty reviews? Are they looking for how to hire a real estate VA? Every video you create on these topics becomes a permanent asset. I have videos that I made months ago that are still bringing me leads today. That is the definition of leverage. You do the work once and the system pays you forever. When you combine this with the SOPs that I've created, you have a library of content that is organized, searchable, and constantly working to move people into your world. That is how I am able to manage 2 YouTube channels. So while YouTube is for long form education, LinkedIn is your secret weapon for high level professional attraction. If you want to attract high producing agents or luxury level clients, you have to be where they are, and they are on LinkedIn. LinkedIn leads are so different. They are usually more business minded, more pre-qualified, and ready for a serious conversation. In my own business, LinkedIn has been a game changer. I've had $1 million buyer leads come directly to me from LinkedIn posts because they saw me talking about my professionalism. On LinkedIn, we focus on our third pillar, build a brand agents and clients love. This isn't about posting your lunch or just sold graphic. This is about sharing insights. It's about storytelling. It's about showing the behind the scenes of how you run your business using the Wolfpack leverage. When you share Trello workflows or your AI scripting process on LinkedIn, you aren't just showing off, you are providing your competence. You are showing other agents that there is a better way to work. You are attracting people who are looking for the same level of organization and growth that you've achieved. And then when you apply that same logic to buyers, you have a forever running business. So content by itself is just noise unless you have a funnel to capture the interest. This is where your inbound strategy becomes the conversion engine. We use 2 primary paths for this conversion. Path A is the direct path. This is for the person who is ready right now. In every video, you have a clear call to action. If you want to scale with these systems, book a call. That link goes into the booking page with the qualifier questions. By the time you get on the phone, you already know their plans. You know their pain points, and you know what they're interested in as far as buying, selling, or what. Path B is the nurture path. This is for the person who isn't ready to talk yet, but wants the value you're offering. This is where your lead magnets come in. You offer them your 5 plug and play automations or your Trello content board. For a buyer, you offer a relocation guide. When they download that freebie, they enter into a 5 to 7 day email nurture sequence. This sequence delivers more value, shares success stories, and answers common objections. It does the selling for you over a week, So by the time you see your invitation for a booked call, it feels like a natural next step. This funnel is the ultimate form of leverage. It allows you to talk to 5 people who are 90% closed rather than 50 people who have no idea who you are. I know this works because I live it every day. When I stopped the manual chase and leaned into the inbound strategy, the quality of my life changed along with my business. I stopped spending my mornings in rejection mode and started spending them in value mode. I get messages in my inbox from agents and potential clients. I've been watching your videos for months and I love the way that you've XYZ. Can we talk more about ABC? I've had $1 million clients reach out because they resonate with a storytelling post that I made about hyperlocal branding. I have even had those 5 agent bookings in 1 week that I mentioned earlier, all from one interview where I simply showed the systems that I use. When you lead with value, people want more of it. When you lead with systems, people want to be a part of that. The Wolfpack community is built on the foundation of sharing what works, so we all rise up together. This is the proof that attraction is superior to chasing. So before you go out and start recording, I want to save you some time by highlighting the mistakes most agents make. The biggest mistake is random acts of marketing. This is when you post a video on Tuesday, a photo of your dog on Wednesday, and just list it on Friday. There is no strategy. There is no pillar of alignment. Your audience gets confused because they don't know what you stand for, and then that also confuses your algorithm. The second mistake is ignoring SEO. If your title is My Thoughts on Real Estate, nobody is going to find it. But if your title is How to Use Trello for Real Estate Content, you are targeting a specific person with a specific problem. You must be searchable. The third mistake is not having a clear call to action. If you don't tell people what to do next, they will do nothing. You have to guide them into your funnel. Whether it's download my guide or book a call, give them a clear path to follow. And finally, don't try to be perfect. Authenticity attracts more than a polished, soulless production. People want to work with Meg Estes the human, not a scripted robot. Be real, be valuable, and be consistent. If you are ready to stop the exhausting chase of manual prospecting and start building an attraction engine that works for you, I want to invite you to take that action today. First, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be sharing my entire playbook for systems and attraction all throughout 2026, and I don't want you to miss a single step. Second, if you want the 5 plug and play automations I use to start my funnel, click the link in the description and book a call, and I will grab the freebie right now.